Oh yeah. What happened to Nestor? I remember like when I first came, he was like a coach, and then like he just dipped.
He became a police officer.
Oh,
He's neighbors with Beto, I think.
I think he still lives in his building. I'm not sure if he's still in here. I haven't seen him since he left the unit, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I don't know. What about when did you meet Zack? How old were you?
the first. this is funny. So the first time I can clearly remember like talking with Zach was the Great Lakes Classic back in 2015, and the reason why I remember Zach is because it was me, Aiden, Keenan, and Ian. We all knew Swick, and Swick was roomed up with Zach because Zach was like real good friends with Swick. And then we would try and go into like their room, and Zach literally just looked at like me and Keenan. He's like, "Get out of the room! I hate you guys!" Like we didn't even talk to him. He just hated us.
I believe that. He probably thought you were coming to steal the loot that Swick always brings on these trips, right?
Yeah, you're coming to steal all his snacks.
That's why Zach wanted to sleep
Jim, Swedish
in the
fish,
same room.
combos.
Yeah. Swick was a snack plug for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
He floored me this past year when we went to Ohio. Right, he came with us, and he had everything in his bag. I thought his bag had clothes.
Yeah.
He didn't have any clothes. That guy didn't have one pair of underwear. He had all snacks. And
He had the swim bag, and then he had a snack bag, and that was it.
Yeah, I was like, oh my god.
Do you think his mom packs him those snacks, or are those voluntary? Like, is that him? Like,
I feel like he's got a snack drawer in his room. He just fills up the bag bags.
Yeah, I'm sure.
He told me he's lost weight.
He's
actually. I saw a picture of him. He got a lot skinnier. And when we played him, he looked a lot better.
Yeah, he looked real good, man. He was moving up and down the pool. He was the first one to tell me. He was like, "Hey, I'm already interested in JOs." Like he was already ready to go. Like he was thinking about high school season and he was thinking about the summer. And so I said, "All right, man, you're on the list." So, but now that's postponed. So we'll see how that goes. Mm-hmm. What are your thoughts, Nikita, on JOs getting postponed?
Well, I mean, I already told you, like, I'm happy it's still going on because, like, that's the number one, like, tournament that, like, we care about as polo players. Like, you can't beat any tournament. Like, as long as you say, like, oh, yeah, I went to JOs, you can't beat that. Like, you can go to any other tournament, you still can't beat saying I went to JOs. And, of course, like, you know, because I'm concerned recruiting-wise, like, that's just, like, the number one, like, place where, like, all the colleges are and everything. So that's where I'm happy at least still going on. But, yeah.
We're going to come back to the recruiting question. But, Zach, what do you got? What do you think about JOs being postponed?
I mean, obviously it sucks it's not happening at the normal time. Like, it's nice to be able to go during the summer, like a full week out of the summer. You're going hanging with your friends, playing a sport that you love.
Sure.
But, I mean, like, even though it did get canceled, I'm still happy that it's still going to happen, whether it's, you know, in the winter. And I'm just happy that it's still happening and it wasn't, like, canceled for sure and it just wasn't going to happen this year.
Nikita,
we still have the chance to play this winter.
Nikita, do you think that the majority of our team, like our 1800 team, is going to want to go during winter?
I mean,
for the boys at least.
Yeah, like I think everybody will be fine. Just one thing with JOs in winter though is just I don't like playing in Cali in winter.
Yeah, it's actually cold. People don't think it's cold.
You think it'd be warm, you'd be out on the beach, but no, you're sitting in the pool when you're out because it's like 30 degrees.
It's the heated pools.
What do you think, Zach? You think the majority of the 1800 team is going to want to go to JOs in the winter?
Yeah, I think it'd be nice, like, not just having winter break, but also having, like, a week out of winter break that you could go play water polo. Because, I mean, during that, you're just practicing, really. And it'd be nice to actually go, like, play a tournament. So.
And be with people like you enjoy.
Yeah, Nikita, how do you think swim coaches are going to deal with it? Do you think they're going to allow us to do it? Do you think they're going to be understanding that JOs got canceled over the summer, or do you see them giving athletes a hard time?
Okay, so I actually had this like already happen. So my swim coach, I already like emailed him like I don't even know if I'm going to be able to like participate this upcoming like swim season, and like I've been kind of like joking around with like swim season really, because you know like I haven't really like like I was on varsity and I quit because I just like didn't like want to be part of it. But like this senior year, like my coach expected me to be up there, and now he's understanding, but like of course he wants me to be fully committed to swimming. But he said we'll just reach that we'll cross that bridge when we get there. So it just depends what USA Water Polo says.
What do you think, Zach?
Being like kind of closer to my coach Rob than most people usually are with their coaches, I feel like he would understand, but I mean it still isn't like, it's probably not the best thing ever to have like one of your swimmers just leave for a full week. But I also think that he might understand, considering that it's not like I'm just taking a vacation. Like it's also like we're going and we're going to be in a pool for a couple hours each day, and it's still like we're working out. So
Yeah.
I'm hoping that he would understand, but who knows?
Brian, let me ask you a coaching question because I know my answer to this question. If a swim coach came up to you and was like, hey, I need to borrow Nikita for 2 weeks in the middle of the summer, would you allow them to do that?
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough all around because we're as coaches we're selfish and we want you to play, we want you to go to tournaments, we want you to practice. So yeah, it's tough. I don't know. If they were going to go to a swim meet, I'd kind of be a little apprehensive and be like, well, I don't know. I'd have to kind of look into it, but yeah, I don't know. It's tough all around because you'll be in swim season. Usually water polo coaches and swim coaches aren't as tight. There's some separation there. And again, we're all a little bit selfish, so it's just going to be a little tough. And then, when is it? It's late December, so
Like December 27th, I think.
yeah.
Yeah.
Got to factor in price. It would be cool to be out there for like New Year's and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I feel both ways about it. Like as a coach, if a swim coach were to come to me during the water polo season, I'd be pretty upset about it. So I completely understand where they're coming from. But then the other thing is, like, this is unprecedented times. So I would hope that they have some leniency, because normally this would not affect them, but just because it happened, it is. And then, speaking to you guys earlier, Zach and Nikita, and then when we were talking to Ulysses and Mark, you guys brought it to mind that it would be actually pretty cool for us to go out there that last week of December and hang out in California on a little trip for the new year. I mean, that'd be something different. It'd be something memorable that we could probably take away from all of this, stuff that's going on now. Nikita, let me get back to you on that recruiting question. A couple questions I got for you. First, what made you decide, or when did you start your recruiting process for college?
Like in what sense?
Like when did you start thinking you wanted to go to college? When did you start actually putting together a letter for coaches? When did you contact coaches?
I mean, ever since the start of water polo, of course, it's been like, oh yeah, I want to play water polo in college for like when I was a little kid, I'd be like, yeah, I want to play for like UCLA or something. But when I started taking it serious, I think it was like March of last year. It was like Connecticut College. I think like they emailed my mom saying that they were like interested in like me. Like, okay, like this is a starting point. And then of course, like as is like we got into the beginning of our season, like right before JOs, I put the email together and sent that off to Wagner. So that's when I really kickstarted. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna take this serious now. So.
What about you, Zach? When did you first think you could play in college, or you wanted to play in college, and when did you actually start putting emails out and talking to coaches?
So I started thinking about college like before high school. Like it was always like how Nick said, like my dreams always like Stanford, UCLA, like big California teams, and like that's always been my goal, is to play for like a varsity D1 team, and I mean that still is, and that's what I'm gonna work towards. But I actually didn't start like putting anything into action until like maybe like a month before like this quarantine started. I had a couple of people telling me that like I should start doing it, and like it's like you're gonna have time, so you might as well just start now. And Nick was one of those people. And so because of Nick, he was the reason I actually got my first email out, and I think that he helped me a lot starting that. So it wasn't until like
Okay.
couple a couple months ago that I actually started.
That's good though. That's good. Nikita, what advice would you give to people like juniors in your shoes right now?
About what?
What happens if is it too late to start the college process? Should they still do it? Is it worth it?
No, junior year is like the prime year. So I mean for like majority of sports, like that's your prime year. Senior year is about like just finalizing where you want to go. But like I mean, like Zach started his recently. You can still start yours now, and especially with this quarantine. And like especially for polo players, since JO's is pushed all the way back to December, it's just more time for you to like work out, fix your game, like your game skills, go like a lot of time to email coaches and like whatnot. So
And as of right
How
now,
many
like
coaches?
there's really
Go ahead,
nothing
Zach.
better for like college coaches to be doing right now, because I mean they don't have teams to be coaching right now. So
exactly,
I mean they're still getting paid for recruiting, so they really have the whole day to answer emails.
yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely the right mentality, 100%. Nikita, how many coaches would you say you've tried to contact or have contacted?
Give me a
Just a
second.
guesstimate. Just a guesstimate. You don't got to be
No,
exact.
no, no. I know exactly which ones I emailed. I just so it's like I think it's six or seven. Yeah. That I reached out, and then all of them have responded back, and of course, like all of them said that they'll come to JOs, and then a few of them said that they'll go to like other local tournaments, like Great Lakes Classic and JO qualifiers. So
That's good. That's a good number. Zach, how many have you hit?
I have a list of 10 that I have either emailed or am going to email. I emailed about 3 so far, and I got a response for 1, so it's not
Oh,
that
wow,
much,
that's
but
good.
yeah.
No, that's good. I mean, college coaches, they get a lot of emails. You know what I mean? Like the rule is to have every 3 emails equals 1. So every 3 times that you contact them, they'll probably come by at once, and that's because of the amount of athletes that they come by. But that's good. That's really good. Do you guys know of other CPD athletes that have been reaching out to coaches?
Ulysses?
yeah,
Oh, that's right.
Uli and Alberto.
Yeah, that's good.
But Alberto does it a little differently. He has the NCSA, so like the company. He has his own
Yeah,
profile
I have
set up,
that too.
and he has
Yeah.
but he has like the paid membership, so like it makes it a lot easier for him for coaches to connect straight to him.
That's good. That's good.